Like Peloton's out there 6 days ago telling you that they may not be able to turn their company around. And then over the weekend, you get an announcement that they suddenly have a sweetheart deal that gives hundreds of their products to members of staff in Congress. Come on.
First thing Tuesday, 95.3 MNC.
I feel like Tinfoil Tuesday is every day now. So I think that if we get the Reynolds Wrap endorsement, I think we could just do live reads 5 days a week now. I'm going to give you a conspiracy theory. This is an actual conspiracy theory, okay? This is one that I'm coming up with. I haven't heard anybody else talk about this. Maybe it's come up. I don't know. I think that this would be an easy one for people to pick up on, but I'm going to give you a conspiracy theory, and it involves Peloton. You know Peloton? They make that really expensive exercise machine for your home, and I've defended their ads because they made that really good ad where people were, given a Peloton for Christmas, and then feminists said, oh, that was a horrible sexist thing, and yada, yada, yada. But Peloton, I have an issue with their business model, but if it works for them, it works for them, right? So you buy a really expensive piece of exercise equipment, and then you can't use that really expensive piece of exercise equipment unless you have a very expensive monthly membership to something. And I'm sorry, but to me, that's a ripoff. I don't think that's an appropriate business model, so I don't buy a Peloton. All right? But there are a lot of people who love Peloton, and they love having those services. Okay, fine. Are you aware that Peloton stock, okay, let's go back to July 21st of 2021. All right? July, not quite a year. Can we get to about a year? I just want to stay with July. Okay, July 21, 2021. Their stock at Peloton, was trading at $126.43. Pretty good, right? $126.43 in July of 2021. Do you know what it is trading at now today? $15.48. Do you know what it was at on the 12th? $13.62. So just to give you an idea here, Peloton was trading at $126 in 2021, and now it is trading at $15. Hey, Ben, it's been a while since I've been in school. You're younger than I am. $126 is still a lot higher than $15, right? Okay, Ben says yes. So, in other words, Peloton stock over the past year, it's down 83%. That sounds like a business that is about to implode. Do you know what we had the past couple of weeks? We had news articles about how Peloton might be going out of business. Your expensive Peloton machine might be a giant brick here soon because Peloton was crashing and burning. Okay. Then something weird happens. I don't know how many of you picked up on this. All right. It seems like a small story, but I'm telling you it's not. Peloton goes from trading at $126 plus a year ago to trading for $15 now. News stories about Peloton going out of business. The company is on fire. We don't know what's going to happen with Peloton, but it looks real bad, right? All the past 2 weeks, there's been stories about Peloton crashing and burning. And then what do we have over the weekend? The House of Representatives is going to give staff free Peloton memberships, which, of course, the taxpayers pay for. Excuse me? Now, they have free gym memberships there, by the way. There's a gym at the Capitol. It's like you can go to the Capitol and work out as a staffer for free. You don't have to worry about that. But here's the thing. Why are they getting Pelotons? Peloton, very expensive piece of equipment, which, again, requires the membership, which you also have to pay for. You can get $200, $300 ellipticals and give them to people, or treadmills, or whatever you want to do, okay? Heck, you can give your staffers choice. You want a Stairmaster, you want an elliptical, row machine. You can give them a choice. You will still save money. Even though I don't think the taxpayers should pay for this, you'll still save money. So just follow what I'm going here. I got 4 minutes to explain this to you. For the past 2 weeks, the news feeds have been ablaze with Peloton is a collapsing company. Went from trading $126 a share last year to trading for $15 now. It is down over 83% in the past year in stock value. And then all of a sudden you find out that every congressional staffer is going to get a free Peloton, and you're paying for it. You, the taxpayer, who totally don't need to spend this taxpayer money on anything else, right? There's nothing else going on that the federal government needs this taxpayer money for. Oh, that's weird. All right, just follow with me down the rabbit hole here. Let's go to Open Secrets, shall we? You know what Open Secrets is, Ben? Oh, okay. Some of you don't know what Open Secrets is. Open Secrets is where all of the money comes from in politics. All right, cool. Let's go back to 2016. Oh, look at this. Peloton donated 100% to Democrats in 2016. Oh, weird. Hey, let's go to 2018. 99.74% of their donations went to Democrats. Oh, strange. Let's go to 2020. Would you look at that? Over 90% went to Democrats. Only 0.12% went to Republicans. A whopping $228 went to Republicans in the entire 2020 election cycle from Peloton's political donations. That's a little strange, don't you think? Huh? Do you understand what I'm saying? I got 3 minutes to explain this to you now. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have a company that is crashing and burning, and then all of a sudden there appears to be a bailout of said company with your taxpayer dollars to give an injection of new sales to a company that is going out of business. It is literally in free fall. And it just so happens that that company's political donations, which have increased substantially over the past few election cycles, I might add, went from a really minor player to a couple $100,000 getting in there. All of a sudden, every staffer is going to get a free Peloton, and you're paying for it. And who's the majority party again? Oh, that's right. The Democrats are the majority party. Oh, what a strange series of coincidences, don't you think? It's almost like, and again, I would never accuse anybody in Washington, D.C. of insider trading. I would never accuse anybody of buying, Peloton stock at $15 and then giving them a big, giant government contract or anything like that. If only that there was a tool that we could look at, like, QuiverQuant, and we'll be watching QuiverQuant to see what members of Congress are investing in. Can't wait to pull that data up this week. You think QuiverQuant's going to show a bunch of members of Congress investing in Peloton? Anyone? You think maybe that's going to happen? I'd be willing to bet Ben's annual salary on that. All $300, man. That's more than they donated to Republicans. You got a failing company who's going out of business in free fall, suddenly gets a government bailout of sales to staffers, and it just so happens that the majority party is the almost exclusive recipient of that particular company's political donations. Golf clap. Golf clap. Bravo, Peloton. I mean, whoever made that phone call groveling and whatever you had to give to Nancy Pelosi to whip this up, holy smoke. I mean, technically, she didn't whip it up. She gave it to somebody else, but I forget who the majority whip is in the House. I don't really care. Somebody's going to email me, and whatever. I could look it up. I'm too lazy. It's not important. Do you not see what's happening? Okay, so you put your tinfoil hat back on. Yeah, okay. If you don't think that is orchestrated, I'm sorry. You're dumb. MNC News Time, 5:31. Take your hard-earned money someplace that's actually going to respect you and give you a high-quality product in return. Go to Impress Jewelry Creations, creating meaningful jewelry for the moments that will last a lifetime. And good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. News Talk 95.3, Michiana's news channel. I am your host, Casey Hendrickson. I'm sorry. This Peloton thing. I can't get over it. I'm sitting here. I'm going through the headlines from the beginning of this year about Peloton, and just even a couple of weeks ago. And even Peloton saying, hey, turnarounds are hard. Sometimes they're impossible. Like Peloton's out there 6 days ago telling you that they may not be able to turn their company around. And then over the weekend, you get an announcement that they suddenly have a sweetheart deal that gives hundreds of their products to members of staff in Congress. Come on. It's almost as funny as CNN Plus. Almost. Not quite. Not quite. CNN Plus at least isn't your money. Okay? Peloton is your money, and that's annoying. So CNN Plus, which again was one of the most hilariously stupid ideas in the history of stupid ideas. I have to refresh. I know that you know what CNN Plus is, but my OCD will not allow me to not tell you this because it brings me such joy. CNN was trying to charge people for content that people don't watch for free. It's an amazing business model. Okay. Like you go back, you look at all the articles on Peloton changing their pricing models, ceasing production in February, announcing the ceasing of production in January of this year, ceasing production in February because, again, nobody's buying their stuff, right? And then you get into CNN Plus, and they're like, hey, nobody watches us. What should we do? I don't know. Let's make an app and make people pay for the same stuff. Okay, let's do that. But what can we do that would make it different? I don't know. Get Chris Wallace from Fox News over here? But nobody watches Chris Wallace. He's the worst rated show in his time slot. That's okay. It'll be a thing. They bring him over. The company shut down in 27 days. Well, the project. 27 days. How quick was this? I don't know if you saw this story over the weekend. This is the perfect headline from Red State. The saga of CNN Plus somehow manages to get even more hilarious. Okay. CNN Plus launched and shut down in less than 30 days. All right? They had less people watching the app than are listening to me right now. I'm a local radio host in what some people call a small market. And I have more people listening to this show right this very second than watch CNN Plus all week. Do you realize that some of the people who just got fired recently received their welcome baskets? Oh, my God. Oh, man. Well, at least I got this Cheese of the Month Club membership. That's amazing. In what has to be one of the biggest news industry boondoggles in history, hundreds of millions of dollars were sunk into a project that lasted only 2 weeks. Even still, CNN's Brian Stelter proclaimed that it's too early to know if the service was a success or a failure, because lying is like breathing for hosts on the liberal network. That's Red State. Brian Stelter is still out there defending CNN Plus as potentially being a success. Dude, it shut down in a couple of weeks. You were only operational for, officially 27 days. We still don't know if it's a success. Oh, my God. Some people want him to continue to be employed at CNN. I know that Steven Crowder's argues, look, he needs to be on TV because we need to make fun of him perpetually. But it is going to be such sweet, sweet sounds to my ears when he gets fired. Somehow, the saga of CNN Plus has managed to get even more hilarious. According to the Wall Street Journal, already laid-off staffers were sent welcome baskets touting how great it is to work for CNN. Okay, I've got a couple of things. I got some mixed feelings about this. I got a couple things to say. One, I would not have expected a company like CNN to send a welcome basket to any of their employees. Okay? For any company to do that, bravo. Okay? You get at least a little bit of praise from me. I have never in my life gotten a welcome basket from any of my employers. That has never happened. And I'm amazing. Okay? I have saved companies in the past. I've never gotten a welcome basket. I've never gotten a thank you basket. That has never happened. The best I've gotten is the annual, we have some leftover Christmas baskets that we're going to give to clients, but we don't have a way to deliver them. Do you want it? That's the best I've gotten, okay? CNN actually sent welcome baskets out to the people who are working at CNN Plus. I think that is commendable, and I think that is something that more companies should do. You know, it's a great way to be welcomed into the company. So I appreciate that. With that said, trash product, trash company, and unfortunately, depending on what was sent in these welcome baskets, they're filled with branded products from the now defunct unit. So it wasn't even food that they could survive on now that they're unemployed. It was CNN Plus swag. So now you've been fired by CNN Plus, and you get to wear CNN Plus like shirts and hats and it could not have happened to better people. It couldn't have. Got more coming up. 95.3 MNC.
Casey Hendrickson.